You are listening to Kool FM, live from Kool Studios. This is koolNews Primetime.
Good evening, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is koolNews Primetime. I am Cairo, and we are live on Kool FM and News Radio 93.1, where we serve the news headlines that truly care for you. Let's begin with our top headlines. The Department of Agriculture may declare a food security emergency for rice by Tuesday next week, its top official said on Friday. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Loro Jr. said the agency received the official copy of the National Price Coordinating Council's resolution recommending the emergency declaration. Loro said on the sidelines of the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the DA and grocery store chain operator Merrimark Consumer Corp. said, "Well, my office just received the resolution yesterday while I was still in the US or United States, which I have to sign as part of the board. Then probably by Tuesday, we will likely be declaring this rice emergency." Tuloro said the DA has yet to review the NPCC resolution thoroughly. The agriculture chief said that is very welcome because it will reduce the volume of stock stored in warehouses, and farmers will also be happy because the National Food Authority will be able to buy rice from them because there is enough storage. And releasing 300,000 metric tons of rice to the market within 6 months, and I think will soften the market and hopefully the rice prices will go down a little more. He added. The DA has been pushing for the declaration of a food security emergency to elevate retail prices of rice, a staple Filipino food. Once the declaration is made, NFA buffer stocks will be sold to government agencies and local government units at 36 pesos per kilogram and consumers at 38 pesos per kilogram. The DA is authorized by the amended rice certification law to declare a food security emergency on rice in case of a supply shortage or extraordinary increase in rice prices. It previously said releasing the NFA's buffer stock would help bring down prices and at the same time decongest warehouses in preparation for the February harvest. Meanwhile, a Filipino police colonel was among the casualties in the deadly mid-air collision between an American Airlines jetliner and United States Army helicopter over Washington, D.C., the Philippine National Police confirmed on Friday. The PNP said in a statement, the Philippine National Police mourns the tragic loss of Police Colonel Pergantino N. Malabed, Chief of the Supply Management Division, who was among those on board the American Airlines flight that collided mid-air with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter near Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C., and crashed into the Potomac River on Wednesday night. PNP Public Information Office Chief Colonel Randolph Duano said Malabed was granted Foreign Travel Authority and left for India on January 22 to inspect armored vests bought by the PNP Directorate for Logistics. The Supply Management Division chief traveled to the U.S. to visit the company that owned the vests to test them out, Duano said in a press briefing at Kamkamin on Friday. Malabed was then instructed to pay a courtesy exit call to PCOL. Moises Villaseran, the country's police attaché in Washington, D.C. He was traveling with a police non-commissioned officer and a non-uniformed personnel, Duano added, but he set out to visit Villaseran alone. Duano said, initially, Washington police identified them based on the documents, meaning their identities are unofficial. What they're saying in the United States is that it would become official only when Durkin arrives to identify the cadaver, Duano said. The PNP is helping his wife. They are arranging to buy her a ticket to the US. She will be assisted by our police attaches, Duano explained. The commercial jetliner was approaching Ronald Reagan National Airport late evening Wednesday or Thursday in Manila time when it figured in the mishap with the U.S. Army helicopter. There were 60 passengers and 4 crew members aboard the jetliner, while 3 soldiers were aboard the helicopter. At the White House press conference, U.S. President Donald Trump said there were no survivors. Donald said 30 bodies have been recovered, according to a report from Jaime Ramon Torres Escalon Jr., Deputy Chief of Mission at the Philippine Embassy in Washington, D.C. The PNP said, "We extend our deepest condolences to his or Malabed, bereaved family, loved ones, and colleagues. The PNP is committed to providing them with all necessary support during this difficult time." There are already initial plans as to what the appropriate honors should be accorded Colonel Malabed, Duano said. Malabed was a member of the PNP Academy class of 1998. Meanwhile, Filipino workers and students may soon get some relief from high costs of electricity and internet services after Senator Francis Tolentino filed a bill seeking to exempt the two services from the 12% value-added tax. In filing Senate Bill 2970 on Thursday, Tolentino noted that electricity costs in the Philippines are among the highest in the region, a situation that may stifle economic growth and even cause deindustrialization. On the other hand, he said exempting internet services from VAT will help promote digital inclusion, ensuring that all Filipinos can take part in the digital economy. The important role of electricity and internet in our daily lives, particularly in education and remote work, cannot be overstated. As more educational institutions transition to online platforms and businesses adopt flexible work arrangements, affordable internet access becomes even more vital, Tolentino said in his bill. By eliminating VAT on electricity and internet sales and services, the government would alleviate financial pressures on consumers and businesses alike, fostering a more inclusive and robust digital landscape, he added. Tolentino's bill aims to amend Section 108 of the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997, removing sales of electricity by generation and services of electric utilities from VAT. It expressly exempts from VAT the sale of electricity by generation, transmission and distribution companies, and electric cooperatives, service of franchise grantees of electric utilities, and sales and services of internet service providers. This bill aims to elevate the rising cost of essential commodities and improve the overall quality of life for Filipinos, Tolentino pointed out. And the Department of Social Welfare and Development and the Department of Labor and Employment held a job fair on Friday for over 12,000 graduating beneficiaries of the 4-piece or Pantawid Pamilyang Filipino program. The job fair called Trabaho sa Bangkong Pilipinas offered opportunities from 94 participating employers. It was held at the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex in Malate, Manila. In his speech, delivered on behalf of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., Special Assistant to President Antonio Lacdameo Jr. congratulated the graduating 4-piece beneficiaries. He said, "This is your success, a symbol of your hard work, perseverance, and determination to stand on your own feet. We aim to increase the number of our fellow countrymen who have the ability to meet your own needs, because this means more people will contribute to the development of our nation," Lacdameo added. He also reiterated the government's commitment to providing jobs to every Filipino. "Our wish for you, as we always say, no one will be left behind and no one will be abandoned in the new Philippines we are building," he said. Aside from the Career Expo, the 4-piece graduates, now job seekers, were also oriented on different government services such as financial assistance that will cover pre-employment requirements like medical exams and transportation allowance. Additionally, DOLE conducted a session on the Tulong Panghanapbuhay sa Ating Disadvantaged Displaced Workers program, which benefited 1,005 victims from Isla Puting Bato in Tondo, Manila. Furthermore, katiwan ng Pangulo stalls were set up in the venue, and the Department of Agriculture conducted seminars for those interested in launching their own businesses. This is koolNews Primetime. It is now 11:41 p.m. and later at midnight, we'll be launching their brand new their brand new logo. So find out later at midnight right here on koolNews Primetime. With that, more headlines are coming your way, so don't go anywhere. koolNews Primetime will be right back.
When I told you guys I was leaving, everyone thought it was permanent.
Simula po ngayong gabi, January 11, 2025, ako po ay magpapaalam na sa Cool FM.
But no one knew I was preparing to change the game.
That's why I told you, always believe in foreshadowings.
Everyone knew that when I come back, I have many tricks on my sleeve with me on my side to bring.
Saan man ako dalhin ng tadhana, tuloy pa rin ang awit ng buhay ng Cool FM.
And now, guess what? I am back.
Welcome everyone to Adonis Gamer!
This May 10, joins yours truly, DJ Sen, as we mark the return of your favorite show with your favorite host as we celebrate the first anniversary of the one, the only TWC. TWC, the homecoming, the first anniversary, featuring live guests, our colleagues in the world of fan-made broadcasting, and the start of the new era of Cool FM. TWC, the homecoming, the first anniversary, live this May 10 after Sabado en La Noche with Blue, only on Cool FM.
Mancha, 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 ang daming labada.
Sa unang babad pa lang, si Breeze nagtatanggal.
Based on lab test mud and polyester, results may vary.
Mancha, Breeze 3 washes back ka na.
Kahit 3 times dami ng laba, Breeze 3 washes pack. Refers up to 3 wash loads, up to 18 to 20 pieces per wash. Breeze!
Nature Soya Coffee. May genistein at niacin na anti-cancer substance. Nature Soya Coffee. Tinutunaw ang mga mayoma, goiter, tumor at cysts. Nature Soya Coffee. Ang kape para sa inyong kalusugan.
Ako po, si Rafi Tulfo, at CIS Party List. Ang tanging party list na kakampi ng inapi. Subok na at tunay na masasandalan magpakailanman. Number 68 sa balota. Saan ka pa? At CIS Party List ka na. Tara na!
Ako po si Vice Ganda, sumusuporta sa 107 ang Kasangga.
107 now, 107 now, 107 now, ang Kasangga.
107 ang Kasangga Party List.
Tol, tol, tol! Tol, tol, tol! Tolentino ng bawat Pilipino! Tolentino!
Tolentino, Senador.
Basta't kapit-bisig, kakayanin ang lahat. Kayong aming bayani, walang magagawa kung walang manggagawa. Pinoy workers, Pinoy workers. 122, tandaan, 122. Pinoy workers, Pinoy workers, Pinoy workers. 122, tandaan, kayo't Pinoy, lakas Pinoy.
Hindi ka pa ba nagsasawa sa luma? Dapat, bago na. Ako po si Camille Villar. 2 dekada na akong tumutulong sa kabataan, edukasyon, negosyo. Bakit ba dapat may bago? Nagbago na ang pangangailangan natin. Ang liit ng kita, lalo sa probinsya. Scam sa cellphone. Kaya dapat bago ang pananaw. Aksyon, diskarte. Huwag tayo magpaiwan sa luma. Dapat may bago.
Camille Villar, bagong boses, bagong bukas. This is a paid advertisement by Fine Properties Inc.
One Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman.
One Pacman Party
party list. Champion sa sports, number 22 sa balota.
22 tayo.
Senator Amy Marco, salamat at hindi mo pinabayaan ang mga solo parents.
Deserve naman nila.
Salamat sa dagdag insentibo sa mga matatanda.
Deserve nila yan.
Salamat sa pagbura ng utang ng magsasaka.
Deserve na deserve.
Senator Amy Marco, the service we deserve.
Deserve.
This is a paid advertisement.
Senador Bongo 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 na
Mr. Malasakit, Senador Bongo. Bisyo ang magserbisyo.
Ako po ang inyong Senator Kuya Bongo, patuloy na magsiserbisyo sa inyong lahat dahil ako po ay naniniwala na ang serbisyo sa tao, serbisyo po yan sa Diyos.
Bongo Bongo na
Mr. Malasakit, Senador Bongo. Bisyo ang magserbisyo.
Wow, Mare, long time no see. Sa dinami-rami ng lugar, dito pa tayo magkikita. Saan ka pupunta at mukhang pagod na pagod ka na?
Oo, Mare. Ito, hinahanap ko si Mark.
Sino si Mark, Mare? Baka magselos dyan si pare, ha?
Naku, Mare, hindi. Actually, si pare mo ang nagpapahanap sa akin ng Mark Cafe 5-in-1 plus 1 coffee mix. Kanina pa ako ikot ng ikot dito sa bayan pero di ko matagpuan.
Naku, Mare, di sana tinext mo ako. Kasi pati kami ng pare mo, Mark Cafe din ang iniinom namin. At alam mo kung anong good news? Dito sa Lucena City, naandyan sa TGP ang Mark Cafe 5-in-1 plus 1 coffee mix. TGP! TGP!
TGP. Ngayon, alam mo na. The Generics Pharmacy. Available na ang Mark Cafe 5-in-1 plus 1 coffee mix.
Feeling good while you work. Cool FM.
Welcome back to koolNews Primetime. Let's continue with our headlines. As digital fraud continues to surge and online scammers refine their tactics, Senator Mark Villar has introduced the proposed Anti-Financial Scamming Act, a groundbreaking legislative proposal designed to fortify Filipinos against a widening array of cyber threats. The bill, which Villar says enjoys broad support in the Senate, aims to plug legal loopholes and empower authorities to act decisively against perpetrators who exploit electronic financial transactions. Phishing, smishing, phishing, and even squishing have emerged as prevalent tactics in the scammers' playbook. More than 8,000 Filipinos reportedly fell victim to online fraud in the first 8 months of 2023 alone, collectively losing over 155 million pesos. One particularly distressing incident highlighted by Senator Villar involved a cancer patient whose much-needed medical funds were drained from an e-wallet account, underscoring the life-altering damage these schemes can inflict on unsuspecting citizens. Villar emphasized the urgency of updating the country's legal framework to tackle modern cybercrime. While the Anti-Money Laundering Act serves as a cornerstone in combating financial crimes, it cheaply addresses money laundering, leaving direct digital scamming activities insufficiently covered. The Anti-Financial Scamming Act, he pointed out, specifically targets criminal schemes such as money mulling and social engineering, making these activities clearly punishable under Philippine law. Villar said, with the emergence of new forms of scamming like phishing, and smishing, our laws must keep up with the dynamic changes in the digital environment. We are proposing the Anti-Financial Scamming Act to ensure legislation specifically directed against scammers who utilize financial accounts. Under the proposed Anti-Financial Scamming Act, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas will be granted broader authority to investigate suspicious accounts without the usual constraints of bank secrecy laws. This measure aims to expedite the process of freezing questionable transactions, safeguarding account holders from potential losses. Additionally, the proposed legislation requires financial institutions to adopt multi-factor authentication and advanced fraud management systems to fortify account security for Filipino consumers. Several prominent senators have rallied behind Villar's initiative, reflecting its significance in protecting Filipino consumers. Senate President Joe Miguel Zubiri, Majority Leader Joe Villanueva, and Senators Win Gatchalian, Roman Brilla Jr., and Chico Estrada have co-sponsored the bill, underscoring the Senate's collective resolve to eradicate online fraud. During his sponsorship speech, Villar condemned this alarming spike in financial cybercrime, highlighting how even small sums crucial for daily necessities were being siphoned by scammers. The efforts of our countrymen to earn money for their everyday expenses are being stolen by scammers. These are heinous crimes against our people, and it is upon us to ensure that they will be put to a stop as soon as possible, he said in a mix of Filipino and English. Having successfully undergone the Senate's period of interpellations, the anti-financial scamming bill now moves into the period of amendments before heading for further legislative processes. Once enacted, it will serve as the nation's primary legal safeguard against online financial fraud, giving law enforcement and financial institutions the tools they need to identify and hold scammers more quickly. Villar said, "I cannot just sit and do nothing while scammers steal the hard-earned money of our clients. Through the Anti-Financial Scamming Act, we will have stronger safeguards and empower our financial institutions to take proactive measures against these cybercriminals." With support from both policymakers and financial leaders, the proposed Anti-Financial Scamming Act represents a pivotal stride towards a safer digital future for all Filipinos, one in which fraudsters can no longer prey on vulnerable individuals and families striving to secure their hard-earned savings. And authorities in Pangandian City, Zamboanga del Sur, intercepted a wing van truck and confiscated the contraband cigarettes loaded on it. The operation was held on Thursday, January 30 at the checkpoint in Barangay de Gumahir. Lieutenant Colonel Jerwin Garin, Pagadian City Police Chief, told the Inquirer that the truck was driven by a certain Ricky, who is the age of 43 of Lapuyan, Zamboanga del Sur, along with his truckman Alvin, age 29 of Tabuan, Lasa, Balsilan. Upon inspection, the truck driver claimed he was transporting cigarettes, but when asked to provide the necessary documents, he failed to present any, Garin said. Boxes of cigarettes were found hidden beneath sacks of rice hull. Based on the Bureau of Customs report, 194 master cases of cigarettes were confiscated with an estimated market value of 11.1 million pesos. The two suspects, the cigarettes and the wing van truck, were turned over to the BOC in Barangay Dao, while appropriate charges are being prepared for filing against them. Now moving over to international headlines. Over 5,000 Australians received warnings via text from the Australian Federal Police cautioning them of a romance scam originating from the Philippines. The potential victims were identified following an investigation by Philippines authorities into a scam compound operating in Central Manila in November 2024, the AFP said in a report made public Friday. Authorities have texted more than 5,000 potential victims in Australia to warn they may have been targeted by romance scammers based in the Philippines, it added. The Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission confirmed in the message to the Philippine media Friday that the compound in question was the Philippine offshore gaming operator Pogo, raided in the Kimberley building in Pasay City last October. According to the AFP, the scammers used popular dating apps to lure victims into an online relationship and then convince them to purchase legitimate cryptocurrency at an initial value of 300 to 800 Australian dollars or 10,897 pesos to 29,058 pesos before encouraging them to invest more. The suspects would then trick victims into transferring funds from the legitimate cryptocurrency exchange account into their accounts, AFP explained. Most of the Australian victims targeted were men over 35. The fraudsters posed as either a Filipino female working in Australia or a local female resident in the Philippines, the Australian police said. The investigation has so far resulted in the arrest of more than 250 suspects by Philippine law enforcement authorities, it added. The AFP urged recipients of the text message warning to refrain from sending money to people they met online and report to their banks and the proper authorities if they have fallen victim to the scam. The report was a joint release of the AFP, the Australian National Anti-Scam Centre, the PAOCC, and the Philippines National Bureau of Investigation. The recent report of the Australian Federal Police on the number of possible Australian victims from the raided Kimberley scam farm underscores the transnational reach of these organized crime groups, PAOCC Media Director Winston Casio said in a statement Friday. Thus, the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission remains fully committed to collaborating with its foreign counterparts to rid the country of these scam farms, he added. And last, federal officials on Thursday approved a new type of pain pill designed to eliminate the risk of addiction and overdose associated with opioid medications like Vicodin and Oxycontin. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration said it approved Vertex Pharmaceuticals Journavex for short-term pain that often follows surgery or injuries. It's the first new pharmaceutical approach to treating pain in more than 20 years, offering an alternative to both opioids and over-the-counter medications like ibuprofen and acetaminophen. But the medication's modest effectiveness and lengthy development process underscore the challenges of finding new ways to manage pain. Studies in more than 870 patients with acute pain due to food and abdominal surgeries showed Vertex drug provided more relief than a dummy pill but didn't outperform a common opioid acetaminophen combination pill. It's not a slam dunk on effectiveness, said Michael of the Mayo Clinic, a pharmacist and pain medicine expert who was not involved in the research. But it is a slam dunk in that it's a very different pathway and mechanism of action. So I think that shows a lot of promise. The new drug will carry a list price of $15.50 per pill, making it many times more expensive than comparable opioids, which are often available as generics for $1 or less. And finally, into the entertainment news. Sisa Padilla locked up beefs about her supposedly being uninterested in watching the GMA TV series Mga Batang Morales, which was recommended to her by one of its lead stars, Miguel Panflix, via a tweet she did not immediately notice. The exchange started after the veteran singer-actress shared on X last January 16 that she had already finished watching the ABS-CBN TV series Lavender Fields. She said, "Ano kaya next na kakagumangling ka?" which drew responses from fans who recommended shows for her to check out. Among those who replied to her tweet and gave recommendations was Tenflix. "Hello, Miss Sisa, try inyong po slipin yung mga batang reales, ihil salamat po," he wrote. However, Padilla did not immediately respond to the actor. Incidentally, Padilla later shared that she started watching ABS-CBN TV series Incognito, which airs around the same time slot as Mga Batang Reales. Days later on Wednesday, January 29, Padilla responded to Dan Felix, apologizing for not seeing his message right away. "Thanks for the recommendations. We'll watch it next. My apologies, did not see your message earlier," Padilla said. Meanwhile, a netizen apparently poked fun at Padilla's unintended snub, sharing a scene from a TV show wherein as the singer-actress looks at the television screen and says, "Hindi ako interesado sa mga bagay na yan." The netizen edited the clip and overlaid a scene from Mga Batang Morales on the television screen. "Aha, lakok kaloka kayo," Padilla replied. It is now midnight and we have entered the brand new month of February. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to witness the brand new branding of the Yo logo, we are about to witness as seen live. There you go, a brand new Yo server. Not a server, a brand new look, a brand new logo of the Yo, effective today. This is it. This is the brand new logo of the Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the new Yo channel 3.0. So there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the new logo of Yo. Congratulations to Mami Ayu for successfully unveiling the brand new logo, and more successes to come. that, it is now 1 minute after 12, and that brings us to the wrap of koolNews Primetime tonight. Thank you so much for joining us to start with your late night headlines right here on koolNews Primetime. We will return tomorrow with Hello Pilipinas at 7 to 9 in the morning with MSA, TCP, and Geometric, and along with koolNews at 6 and koolNews Primetime at 11:30 p.m. Until later morning, I am Caro. This has been koolNews Primetime. Take care and see you on Hello Pilipinas. Goodbye for now.